Jesch, the Education Director for the Carson City Symphony, and I'm here to tell you something about our Strings in the School program. Strings in the Schools is a brainchild of the Carson City Symphony. Back in 1984, when Eleanor and David Bugley started the Carson City Symphony, they began plans to think, they started thinking about, wouldn't it be great if we had something for the students here in Carson City? We have a great band program in the public schools, an awesome choir program, but nothing in the string department. So for a student that was drawn to a string instrument, there was no opportunity to learn. So when I moved here in 2004, we brainstormed together. We wrote a grant thanks to the Nevada Arts Council, and we thought, let's start an after-school beginnings violin program. Ellie Bugley and I laugh about it right now because we were hoping if just 20 people would sign up. Wouldn't that be great if we had 20 students? 80 signed up, and we've been going strong ever since. What it is, it's a free program, and it provides free beginning violin lessons to students in grades 2 through 5 after school. We also have an after-school string ensemble for experienced students and an advanced ensemble called Straz. The students name themselves. It features alternative style music, which is like rock music, jazz, Celtic, and American fiddle, and they combine the words jazz with strings and came up with Straz. So we've got 2 different orchestras and 2 beginning classes. And it's a free program. It's sponsored by grants. And one of the great things about being a free program is it's open to students of all social economic backgrounds. We get a lot of siblings because many times a parent may be able to afford private lessons for one child, but 2 or more gets a little bit tight on their budget. The only charge to students is instrument rental or purchase, and we even have instruments that have been donated to the program, unused instruments. We had a wonderful grant a few years ago from the Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation, which gave us 24 fractional sized violins. So even if renting or purchasing an instrument is hard on the family financially, we'll take care of that. We want every student who would like to play a string instrument to be able to play. This year, we have 2 classes, beginning classes. One's at Boardwick Bray after school, another one at Empire Elementary, and our string ensemble and Straz meet Thursdays at the high school. What's great about this program is we've been able to evolve and adapt over the years to meet the changing needs of our students. We're really excited about the new event. Starting next year, we're hoping to have a cello program. It'll be taught by Mr. Lou Groffman, and we're really excited to add that cello component to our program. Strings in the Schools is made possible from grants from Partnership Carson City, the Nevada Arts Council, the National Endowments for the Arts, and the Sierra Philharmonic League, and private donations. We really appreciate all the private donations and the community support, as well as grants from these wonderful organizations. That keeps us alive. One of the greatest exciting things that have happened with the program in the last few years is we've actually gone into the public schools. With the support of Superintendent Mr. Richard Stokes, 3 years ago we began a string program as part of the standard curriculum at both Eagle Valley Middle School and Carson Middle School. At no charge to the school, I come in as education director and provide some technical assistance and classroom support to the band teachers. I have Mr. John Brill at Eagle Valley and Mr. Nick Jacques at Carson Middle. Outstanding teachers. It's been so inspiring to work with them, and I've been so excited about the way they've embraced the string program. It is really an honor to be working with such outstanding teachers. What's a little different about our string class, though, is because we have the time limits are so tight for these teachers, because they also teach band and sometimes choir, is that there really wasn't room for, like, in band they have like a beginning band, an intermediate band, an advanced band. We have 1 string class. So in many ways it's like a one-room schoolhouse. We have beginners, we have experienced students, and we have advanced students all in the same classroom. That does present challenges, but with 2 teachers we can team up, and sometimes one will take the beginners, the other one will take the beginners. And we also have arranged and purchased multi-level music, which incorporates all the different levels at the same time. A great plus with this program, though, is that because there's multiple levels, students can move up within the levels. If a beginner really works hard and shows promise, they can start playing with the experienced group. If the experienced person starts practicing, they move up into the advanced group. So it's kind of like skipping a grade within the same classroom. So that keeps everyone challenged, and I really appreciate that. 2 years ago, we started a high school program under the direction of Mr. Jared Sorum. That is an awesome program. We started out with only 9 students 2 years ago, and we've already grown to 28. We recently performed at a music festival and received excellent and excellent plus ratings. So it's really exciting to see how under Mr. Sorum's direction that program has really taken off. I'm at the high school occasionally, more for tutorial support, but not very often, because by the time they reach the high school, most of them have already had some experience. We are also very fortunate to have at the middle schools Janelle Zatilla. She's a retired orchestra teacher from California who lives here in Carson City, and she comes in once a week at both of the middle schools to help with the cellos and the bass, to provide the extra support those very special instruments need. We are so blessed to have a community that really sees the importance of the arts and have all worked together to promote this program. I'm here to talk today about our special concert that's coming up. This is the after-school program concert, Strings in the Schools. We'll be having a performance Tuesday, March 26th at 6:30 at the Community Center. Approximately 90 students will be on stage performing. The beginners will be doing a piece called Boil the Cabbage. They're also going to do a tango. We'll have a violin duet. We're going to have a violin quartet from the high school. And a really exciting portion of this concert involves a very unique experience we had. Straz, the Advanced Alternative Styles Ensemble, was playing 2 years ago at the legislature to help support arts in the schools. After our performance, one of the members of the audience came up to me and said, "My name is Gary Edwards. I'm a composer. I really like your group, and I'd like to write some pieces for them. Can I do that?" And I said, "Yeah, I would love that. I think that would be wonderful." Mr. Edwards was in town visiting a brother in Dayton, and it turned out Mr. Edwards has been composing for most of his life. He's an award-winning composer of many, many genres, including classical, jazz, and rock and gospel. And he wrote us a theme song called Straz Pizzazz, which we performed, I think, for the first time a couple years ago. Since then, he's written a mariachi piece, a piece called Windows. We're going to be featuring a piece of his called Reflections that he arranged for our orchestra and dedicated it to Straz for their courage in performing new music. What's really great about this piece called Reflections is, first off, Mr. Edwards is going to be in town, and he's going to be playing guitar on his very own work. So we're really excited to meet him in person, to be able to thank him for all the contributions he's made to Strings in the Schools, and to have him perform with us. Now, the music world is such a wonderful place. We're full of connections. Unbeknownst to us, Mr. Tom Stryker, a local fantastic professional harmonica player, came across Gary Edwards' work, and he recorded the very same song, Reflections. And Mr. Edwards sent me an email. He says, "Well, have you ever met Tom Stryker, this great harmonica player?" I said, "Absolutely. He has performed with the Carson City Symphony. He's a wonderful, wonderful musician." Well, Mr. Stryker is going to be joining us at the concert and performing Reflections with us. So we'll not only have Mr. Edwards, the composer, on the guitar, we'll have Tom Stryker working with us on the harmonica. What a great opportunity for students to work with such outstanding musicians. We will also be playing Mr. Edwards' Viola Sonata. Nick Rosen will be playing it on stage, and I'm really excited about that. What you're also going to hear is a piece called Jump by Van Halen that our Straz group will be doing. And our final piece is called Wizards in Winter. Wizards in Winter was made popular by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And we've got a really special surprise that I want to hold off and not tell you about. I want you to show up at the concert, which is once again Tuesday, March 26th at 6:30, and come see this very, very special event. It's free, it's open to the public, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And before I close today, I would like to tell you about another special event I have going. Every May, we have a very special event where we combine all the community members that play a string instrument. The Carson City Symphony also sponsors a group called Not Quite Ready for Carnegie Hall Players. And this is an adult beginning to intermediate group. Well, they join with the Strings in the School students, including the after-school program and the in-school program. And in the past, we've worked with the Mile High Jazz Band. We've worked with UNR percussion students on Latin American music. We've worked with Mr. Jose Flores from Reno on mariachi music. Tom and Mary Kay of France of Gyrene have taught us Celtic music. This year we're going to do a Jay Unger Molly Mason Festival. Jay and Molly are a married couple, and Mr. Unger became famous with his piece called The Ashokan Farewell, a hauntingly beautiful violin piece that was used by Ken Burns as a theme to his Civil War documentary, and that kind of catapulted Mr. Unger to fame. And I've talked with him a little bit. He's very excited about this festival. He's given us full go-ahead to work with his pieces. And so we're going to be combining community members, students, adults, all ages and all levels will be working together. This will be sometime in May. So if you'd like more information about the Strings in the School program, either getting your student registered or about our concert, about Not Quite Ready for Carnegie Hall Players, please give me a call at 775-450-5584, or you can email me, sue@tahoefiddler, TAHOEFIDDLER.com. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you Tuesday the 26th at the concert.